And Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. And all the brothers pushing us work in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Thamine from James, Toronto, coming at you with another video. I'll make this one short because I don't have a lot of time. It says here, an incident happened I think yesterday, where a rapper, murdered his whole family yesterday. Pretty much, he took out his mother. No, he took out his brother and his father, right? Um, and these are the things that's happening in the planet Earth right now. Because normally you don't see things like this in in Toronto too often, right? But this is a so-called bad neighborhood in the Greater Toronto area, mainly downtown, right? But demons are jumping on people. A lot of demons are jumping on people, and the Lord is making these things happen in the last days to fulfill prophecies, right? Says here, new details come to light about the family that was um, at the center of a daylight shooting in Regent Park on Tuesday, right? 2 days ago. The incident happened near Dundas and Parliament Street at around 1:30 p.m., leaving two men dead and a woman with non-life-threatening injuries, right? Court record have since identified the victims as Ngoyi Kongolo, right, and Didier Kongolo. So this sounds like it sounds like they're from Cote d'Ivoire, in my opinion, right? Um, a source tells City Pulse that the deceased are the father, who neighbors said they know as John Kongolo, and the brother of the alleged shooter, right? Because a lot of these kids, when they're, you bring them from different countries, you bring them here, whether they're born here or whether they come here as children, they adopt the lifestyle of gangsterism, right? All manner of demons be jumping on them, right? And also, for some reason, as soon as you bring your children here, that whole mental health crisis be attacking them, and those are just demons, all right? Right? And they, these kids be hearing all kind of all kind of things in their head, all kind of voices, right? um, but they will never chop that up to mental health, right? So as soon as a Jake do these things, it's automatically he's a murderer, he's this and that, right? They never really like put you in the mental health um, spectrum, right? If you do something like this, they automatically put you in the murderous role, right? Because they like things like this so they can put it on the news. But at the end of the day, this is how that's how it's going down, right? That's how the Lord wanted to go down. It says here, on March 13 news release, police said one of the victims, along with the woman, was found inside of a residence with a gunshot wound, and were transported to hospital, where the man later died. The violence spilled out onto the street, where the other male victim was pronounced dead, they said. Right, forensic team have been working diligently throughout the day inside the family's home and nearby Arnold Avenue. On Wednesday morning, Toronto police announced that the 23-year-old Benedict Johnson, right, Kongolo of Toronto, is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder in connection with the homicides. He has been remanded into custody and is set to appear again in court on March 20, right? So that's what happened. Obviously, this young man is not okay, right? um, but like I said, they won't put him in that category of mental health at all, right? Because that's how they put Jake. They look at Jake as he's just a monster. Um, let's go to Deuteronomy. Shall smite thee with madness, man. Deuteronomy 28:28. It's all the curses right here. Right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 28. It says here, the Lord shall smite thee with madness, and and blindness and astonishment of heart. Right? Let's see what else is here. And the Lord, and thou shalt grope at noonday as a blind groping in darkness. Because once you don't have this truth, once you don't have the name of the Lord, um, you're pretty much open for all kind of outside forces, right? And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee, right? Let me see. Thy eyes shall be evil towards each other. Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the tender man among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave, right? That's another thing. The evil eye towards your brother, man. That's a huge thing within the young Israelite community, and it's always been a thing, but now it's ramping up again. Right? It's taking that new generation feel to it, right? That's what's going on right now because there's so many gun violence in the city of Toronto right now, right? And these kids, these young men, these young Jakes, they're all part of gangs, right? I mean, for some reason, this gang thing, this so-called gang culture, this has always been a thing amongst Jake. When there's no order in the house, when there's no father in the house, but this young man had a father. He had a father and a mother, right? But the demon, man, that demon is stronger than stronger than morals. Okay. Let me get a scripture. Demons. Yahushai through. Let's see. Let me see. I hate typing this. I haven't touched this word in a long time. And the pig. Okay. Mm, 5:20. And they came over. This is Mark 5:1. And they came over under the other side of the sea and into the country of Gadarenes, right? And when he came out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tomb a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no not one, no not with chains, because that he had been often bound with feathers and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the feathers broken in pieces. Right, so that's where you have the strength um, of a demon on you, man. You see these in videos all the time. You see that about little babies or little girls just with superhuman strength, man. It's that demon in them, right? And when you see these here in Toronto right now, there's a crisis where the drug uh, pandemic is over here, man. Right? You walk around, see the streets of Toronto. All you see is homeless people, right? People talking to themselves on the train. People walking naked, right? According to the scriptures, these are demons. When you see a man just shooting up his whole family, right? That's all. That's a demon, man. Because no one in the right mind will do things like that, right? And also that's a spirit of vengeance, you know. Neither could any man tame him. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones, right? So that's if he's in the tombs, he's in the mountains, right? Blocking the way so people can't pass. That's a demon. We're seeing the same kind of demon possession over here. But when he saw Yahushua far off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice, because the demons know Yahushai, man, and said, what have I to do with thee, Amashiach Yahushua, the Son of the Most High Power? I adjure thee by thy God, that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, that unclean spirit, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he said unto him, My name is Legion, for we are many. Right? So the man had multiple demons on him. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was, it's like let me read it again. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the demons besought him and said, Send us into the swine, that we may now enter into them. And forthwith Yahushua gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down the steep place in the sea. They were about 2,000, and they were choked into the sea, right? And they fled, and they that fled in that swine fled, and they that fed the swine fled, and told in the city and in the country, and they went out to see what it was that was done. And they said to Yahushua, and see him that was possessed with the devil and had the legion sitting and clothed and in his right hand, and they were afraid. Right? So man was healed from his demons that was upon him. Okay? So the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is what these children need, and they need this walk that we're walking in, right? They're the dry bones, right? And they're also in the valley of the shadow of death, and it's pretty much being it's too much for these kids, man. They're not ready for things like that, right? Because your body, your mind, body, and soul, it's supposed to be open to a pure possession, right? When you're taking certain things, when you're taking certain music, those are all demons. When you're taking certain food, those are demons, right? When you watch certain things on TV, those are demons, right? All these things that you do can put demons on you. So I'll say shalom, okay?